at people.
Mm-hmm.
And beyond the mere physical harm, there's also the threat to reputation. It's very easy to find something on Facebook or Twitter or elsewhere to blackmail or extort a person. Say if a person checked into a nightclub and there's a picture of him hanging out with some other girl, you can blackmail the person saying, I will show this picture to your wife unless you give me X. There's just many ways to take the information which people think is private and use it against them. Even worse, say the person who's philandering and stepping out on his lady isn't the one who uploaded the picture. Say someone else did, and he got snagged in a photo. You can then use that against him. Or even more egregious, you have something like Google Street View, which is where Google effectively equips cars with these 360-degree cameras that basically film everything and everywhere, driving up and down the streets of every city they've been to, say, college. When this was first released, someone was actually photographed smoking, and his wife thought he had quit smoking. And he was in the doghouse for that. Subsequently, Google's actually started to blur the photographs, but this threat to reputation is still very strong.
Even with a blurred photograph, the wife might.
Well, what actually happened? There was actually a case even after the faces were blurred. There was this one case where a wife recognized the car. There was some distinctive dent on it, or some sort of distinctive crash had happened, and they can actually determine that was my husband. He was there. He shouldn't have been there. He's in trouble.
Now, Frank is writing in here. We've been talking as if being monitored, so to speak, on the web with our buying behaviors or our use of internet sites is a negative thing, but he's saying, you know, what are the possible harms of having your behavior tracked? Why not let people know you are interested in buying shoes? You might say, well, there's a good side to this analysis that's going on because you're searching, you're doing a search on a search engine, and the engine is helping to steer you to something that you might genuinely be interested to. Nobody's forcing you to buy the shoe or necessarily even to click on to a particular site.
Well, I think the threat is they know you bought something that you might not want them to buy. I'll give you a positive example. Say a boyfriend is very eager to buy his girlfriend an engagement ring, and he buys it for online, and then she's using the computer and she sees, he bought me a ring, and it ruins a surprise. This actually happens. Let's think of a bad example. Say someone has, you know, some really embarrassing disease and needs to buy, I don't know, let's say Viagra online, and then someone finds out, well, this person needs Viagra. That might not be something you want to know. That might not be something you want people to know about you. So it cuts both ways. Sometimes people buy stuff they don't want anyone to know. They want to be able to walk into a dark alley and buy something in private. And this tracking, there's this omniveillance, this perpetual surveillance, it vitiates that and weakens it. And it's just not something which people can have going forward in the way which people are expected to have.
Clearly trade-offs. Jim from Mifflinburg, let's squeeze in a call from you here as we wind down our